Bradenton City Council's vote to adopt a new and improved noise ordinance is creating its own noise. It was an effort to strike a balance between local businesses, nightlife, and local residents. But as Kate Flexter tells us, one local business owner believes the new ordinance singles him out.
Thanks, Alan. After months of debate, the city of Bradenton has a new noise ordinance. But now some local businesses worry it could hurt revenues. Is it too loud, too quiet, or just right? For months, those questions have been the center of a heated debate in the city of Bradenton. But now city council members have put it to rest once and for all, their decision garnering mixed reaction.
It was a really good compromise.
It's kind of heartbreaking.
The new noise ordinance is drastically different from initial proposals to be more business friendly. The previous law allowed music up to 75 decibels before 10 p.m. For months, the number 80 was tossed around. But finally, after residents showed stiff resistance, council members settled on keeping the decibel level at 75 from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m., Sunday through Thursday, and midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. It also moved the measuring point, which greatly affects those numbers from the property line of the restaurant or bar to the point of complaint. But Motorworks Brewing says it's far from perfect. The Bradenton Brewery has in many ways become the poster child for the argument to allow live music louder and later.
It's not like we're sitting here doing like big monstrous shows like you'd see at a huge music festival out at like, a Coachella or Bonnaroo or something like that.
They say the new policy changes little, dubbing it a business killer and arguing the cap on late night noise stifles nightlife and slows revenues as customers head to St. Petersburg, where live outdoor music is allowed until 2 a.m.
I do see a lot of businesses and cities nearby thriving because they are doing things that are much more friendly towards new business and getting people to go out and enjoy the music and the arts and the culture.
But directly behind Motorworks is the Village of the Arts. They say any louder and the music is sure to disrupt their way of life.
The biggest concern is that this will proliferate into other neighborhoods.
Founding executive director for the Village of the Arts, Annie Rossini, has lived and worked in the village for nearly 20 years. She says for villagers who live directly behind Motorworks, the process has been frustrating.
This is a sound issue for, people who really do need to go to sleep and get up and work in the morning, as most people do.
Her biggest concern is that the new law is enforced.
This thing has to have teeth or it's not going to make any difference anyway.
But what does 75 decibels really sound like, and is it a reasonable requirement? For the answers, we turn to sound engineer and musician Michael Cohen.
Let's break it down for people then. So
Sure.
What does 75 decibels look like?
Well, our conversation right now is probably between 60 and 70 decibels.
So 75 decibels is something that we see happen every day.
Traffic is 90 dBs. Honking of a horn, screaming down the road, but it's not the constant boom, boom, boom. So that can be very irritating.
Realistic or not, Rossini says it's important the city recognize despite its mixed-use status, the Village of the Arts is residential first and commercial second.
We need protection for our homes because it's our homes first and foremost. There's no question when you go through the Village of the Arts that this is a residential community.
While Motorworks says it chose this location based on the promise of the area becoming an arts and entertainment district, a promise they say the city never followed through with.
They were going to try to make this a big area to try to drive that younger populace here and bring in businesses and all of that. But if you look at what's happened since then, pretty much after we've opened and maybe one other spot, there really hasn't been anyone else opening for it. And then there's doing a lot of policies and stuff that are downright scaring businesses away.
In the aftermath of this new noise ordinance, some council members are now pushing to follow through with plans to make the area around Motorworks an entertainment district.
Kate, thank you.